Hello, family. I am Dr. Felicia Vaughn, and many of you know me as the author of Words of Wellness poetry book. But today, I'm coming on here with the assignment from the Lord as He has appointed me Chief Care Officer of Wonderfully Well, because Papa's the CEO. And as I am here to represent Wonderfully Well, I want to let you know about an upcoming event that Wonderfully Well is sponsoring. But first, let me tell you, Wonderfully Well is a wellness intervention company for caregivers. Whether you care for your company, your clients, your customers, your community, whatever that community involves, you are a caregiver if you give care. And a lot of times caregivers give so much they empty themselves out. And so Wonderfully Well, in the wellness dimensions of finance, emotional, occupational, social, spiritual, financial, environmental, and intellectual wellness, we provide coaching and training in order to help caregivers, no matter where they're at, be well. At Wonderfully Well, our faith, art, and evidence-based research collide in order to help caregivers live wonderfully well. And one of the things that we realize about being wonderfully well is it's not about perfect health. It's about having an uplifted mindset that no matter what we face in our health, in either one of those dimensions, that we have the capacity and the ability to still rise. And the one thing we know is that in order to rise, there must be a particular condition. And that is the condition of being surrounded by love. It's just like the song says, love lifted me. And many people, myself included, we have lost many loved ones over this past year. And we miss them. It felt like home when they were here. Now, I realize this place is not our home. But what I'm saying is that when you are surrounded by love, it feels like home. And now that they're gone, for many, this place feels less and less like home. But let me tell you something. We are still surrounded by family. But sometimes it's hard to know that because we don't always act like family. And so you being a member of my family is not predicated by your skin color or your denomination or even your country of origin. What makes you a member of my family is that you are filled with the spirit of love. You see, in John 13:35, it says, they will know you are my disciples because you love one another. And so I know that there are a lot of problems in this world and that this world feels more and more like a dark place. But let me tell you something, beloved. That is the perfect backdrop for our love light to shine. You see, we got a lot of living and a lot of loving to do. And it's really easy to do that on social media and post all the pictures of us smiling and with family and just looking very loving. But what happens when the camera is off, when the spotlight grows dim? Are we still loving? You know, many of us, and myself included, we look for as many likes on our post as possible. But to be honest, the only like that matters is Papa's like. He said, this is my son in whom I'm well pleased. At the end of the day, we want him to be pleased with us. And what pleases him? Well, there's faith, there's hope, and there's love. And the greatest of these is love. And so it is time to turn up the volume on love and live our love out loud. Sometimes we think loving thoughts, or we may even have loving feelings, but the people in our lives have no idea about the depth of our love for them. And so it is time for us to live our love out loud. So, Wonderfully Well, starting on February 14th, this coming Sunday, is sponsoring and hosting a 5-day Live Your Love Out Loud challenge, where I don't say I'm an expert, but I want to share all that I have learned. All that I have is yours, and I want to share it with you. You know, I believe that when Mary was sitting at our Lord's feet, what she was being taught was love lessons. And so the lessons that love has taught me, I want to share now with you. It is time to start a love revolution. It is time to live our love out loud, so that our love will shine just as bright against the backdrop of darkness, as bright as this flame in this fireplace. So again, go to our YouTube channel, Wonderfully Well, subscribe, hit the notification button so that you will be notified starting on Sunday when our first video has been uploaded and when subsequent videos throughout the week have been uploaded, so that you can participate in this challenge. You may learn something new, it may be a review, and some of the activities may make you feel a little vulnerable, a little uncomfortable, but that's okay, because that is fertile ground for growth. We want to be fruitful with our love. And so again, starting this Sunday, February 14th, I, Dr. Felicia Vaughn, Chief Care Officer of Wonderfully Well, invite you to come on and live your love out loud. All right, until then, stay safe, stay well.